Well, welcome back, blade lovers. I have a new brand to share with you today. And this came straight off of Amazon. And the brand has been recommended by Peter over at Therapeutic Edge. I catch his videos every now and then. He seemed to like this brand. And I'll pronounce it Sitivien. Sitivien. Not sure where they come up with these names for these Chinese knives, but there you have it. The great part about this is that this is a $27 knife on eBay. Not eBay, Amazon. Bleh. This one's in army green. It's the ST115. Comes in at $27.99, and then they give you an extra 5% off with a coupon, so it comes in around 25 bucks. So here's what you get for 25 bucks. You get a large, solid knife in this particular model, and I'm counting around maybe 10 to a dozen different models, maybe more, that come under this company's label. We have exposed liners that are quite thick, pretty solid knife, smooth, appears to be on bearings. We have a black stone-washed D2 blade. On this one we have an army green G10 with a backspacer. And some interesting milling patterns there on the side. The grip, there's a lot to hold on to, and it's a fairly thick knife. We're going to get into the measurements in a moment. Comes through with what appears to be a pretty good edge. Not aggressive, but smooth and razor sharp, shaving sharp. Got kind of an interesting spear point, drop point going on there, with a hint of Warncliffe to it, but I'm going to call that kind of a spear point. What else do we need to know? Deep carry clip that is not transferable to the left side, but you know, a lot of the minuses are going to be canceled out by the price. So if you're looking for a solid $25 knife, this may be the one. And I got two different models in. The other's kind of a bar lock, axis lock that I'll put out there under another review. Let's do the measurements and then we'll do some comparisons. And probably for that, I'm going to need to come out just a little bit. All right. So we got an overall length of almost 9 inches. We're going to 8 3/4 inches. If I measure the blade right up to the point of the handle, we get 3.75 with a cutting edge of a little less than that. And for thicknesses, let's do the all-important handle thickness, which is going to be considerable. 0.71 inches. Plenty to hold on to. Let's look at it that way. And 4 millimeters on the blade thickness. This beast is not weight relieved. At least last I checked. Nothing, no skeletonizing, nothing. So, here we go. We have almost a 7-ounce knife, 6.94 ounces. Yeah, that's heavy, and it'll deep carry in the pocket, but fairly thick. Might be something you like, might be something you pass on, but hard to argue on the money. That's why I picked up two for like 50 bucks. And a lot of different models out there. You can check out Peter's channel and see which ones he reviewed. I'm not sure I'm going to get a whole lot more of these, but they're very reminiscent of this brand, which is Shieldon, that I picked up from White Mountain a while back and did a review on. The Shieldons, let's see, they've got a little bit of weight relieving in there. So they went that far. But here's what's reminiscent about them is just kind of the very basic liner with a scale on it, although this is a much thinner handle. This is the Boa by Shieldon. Somehow the quality level, the build level reminded me of Shieldon. I would say maybe Shieldon is a bump up, because you're talking on the Shieldons a little more money. I think more like in the $45 to $50 range. I could be wrong. You can pull those up on White Mountain. Is it a best tech? No. Is it up to the quality I've seen on, and we're talking about this particular knife because the other one's a bit different, so we'll get to that when I do that review. But I would say the quality is not up to par with, say, Petrified Fish or Damn Designs. But again, 25 bucks. What other knives are in that range? Well, there's a Tangram Orion, Dirk Pinkerton design, and that's a Kaiser knife. And those qualities are coming in a little bit nicer. Is this bad in any way? No. So we've got very nicely done G10 scales. We got a thick handle. If you reach way out, you've got a thumb swale. No jimping. But it does lock in the hand. That curvature of the handle really gives you something to hold on to. It is a large knife, so let's do some comparisons with some standard fare. Up against the Griptilian. Definitely going to be a larger knife, particularly when we get the perspective a little different here. So I would say blade's a little bit longer, and the handle definitely got a lot more handle on the Sitivien. Here we have it against a pretty large one, Ontario Rat 1. And we still got a handle here that's close to an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch longer. And the overall length of the knife, if we go pommel to pommel, is a good, very close to an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch longer, with a blade that's very close to the Rat 1 in size, 3 3/4-ish. So another budget offering, another pretty much exclusive Amazon as far as I know, unless you order from like AliExpress or DHgate or one of those overseas venues. Would I recommend it as a good kind of a everyday carry beater? Yes, if you don't mind the thickness and the weight. But if you like that sort of thing, it's going to work for you. I look forward to doing more reviews on the Sitivien company. And if you don't like this one, you might be more fond of the next one that we do. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. This Old Sword, signing out.